What's going on, everybody? I'm Selna Kim, America's face of dating, and today we're going to be talking about the guide to dating quality after a divorce and even a breakup for that matter. And what we're going to be showing you guys and elaborating for you guys is my Arrows clients results, right? Some of you guys are new to my page, so you might be asking, what is Arrows? That stands for Effortless Romance on Site, my dating mastery program. And Eros is the Greek god of love, aka people know him as Cupid. But his real name, a lot of people don't know, is that his real name is Eros. And so that's why I named my program that. It's such an awesome name for a program like this, isn't it? But these are some client results, and I'm going to be describing to you in case you guys feel kind of just like your confidence has been shattered or you're feeling hopeless after the divorce or the breakup. This should be able to show you that you can do it and that there's hope and that you actually can attract quality, because I'm assuming if you're here, you have a great career, you take care of yourself, you probably own your own place and it's really nice, and you have a decent lifestyle and you look like the perfect boyfriend or husband on paper, but you're still struggling to attract that quality relationship. And even if you do get that, situations happen and it ends up falling apart anyways. And what we're going to be talking about is how to fix that. And this is Ray in my program Arrows, and he's an absolute badass. His story was that he was dating someone really, really toxic, and he had a great career. He worked for an oil company, so he was making about 6 figures per year. Took care of himself, looks pretty decent if you ask me. You know, the beard looks pretty good on him, and he still, he attracted a really toxic relationship to the point where they break up, and he actually bought her a car because he was doing so well financially. She crashed it and then just left him with the payments for that car. Sounds like a really great chick to be with, right? And what happened was he came to me and he's like, dude, I freeze up, my confidence is shattered, I just don't know what I'm doing and why I can't attract quality. And I believe that you can be the guy to fix that. He was watching all my content. He's like, I'm just kind of ready to do this. And so we hopped on the call, and he was like, he told me the story. He's like, well, dude, I really want to invest in myself and do your program, but I can't afford that up front. And so we actually found a platform that will let you break it down to a minimum, I believe, is $121 per month. It's like, if you don't even have $121 to invest in your dating life, you probably should not be dating anyways, you know what I mean? And so I was like, I don't want her and that toxic relationship to be the reason that you don't do this and you don't fix this. I'm tired of her being the fucking reason. He was like, you know what? I agree with that. So we did the program, and now 2 weeks into the program, we taught him natural attraction. We took his confidence to a 10 in the first 3 days. His confidence got to a 10 from a 3. His confidence just shot up to a 10. That's the initial core foundation with this stuff. A lot of guys that come out of a divorce or a breakup, their confidence is shattered. They were cheated on. A guy that I'm going to show you in a second. Or they had situations happen with Ray where she's just toxic and then she starts dating a new guy 2 weeks later and he's like, what the fuck? I thought we had something. This is how you fix it. You have to first fix your confidence and your internal thoughts about yourself, and then once you stack the dating skills on top of that, you're invincible. Once you understand the principles to attraction, this stuff is it will never disappear. He said, been seeing this coworker Kay pretty frequently, got some solid wins over the last weekend, and last Sunday we chaperoned prom together because he's a teacher right now, and he quit the oil business, became a teacher, and now he wants to get into real estate investing. I actually want to do that in the future as well, but he said, then went out on a fancy rooftop restaurant date, pics below. We also just went to the country music festival Saturday, and yesterday we danced and listened to a bunch of good music. I want to expand this a little bit, Jesus, I can barely see it. A bunch of free drinks, and also got our hands on a couple free VIP wristbands to move right up to the stage. And a pic of that is also below. So he's absolutely crushing it. Look at that smile. It's just once you're dating quality and you know exactly what to do, it's dude, it's a night and day difference like this. It's beautiful. A couple other guys too, Sam in my program. He just turned 30, I believe, and he said that he spent his entire 20s basically going to school, studying to be a lawyer, and also when he wasn't studying to be a lawyer, he was taking care of his girlfriend. And so he was dating her for basically his entire 20s, and he missed out on dating, he says. They get married, and what happens was after they're married, he's studying to be a lawyer and almost is finished, and he catches her cheating on him, literally in a fucking car or like in a van. They were fucking in the van. He caught them cheating. It's devastating. The same shit's fucking happened to me. Like, I walked in, I can actually see the hotel from my building here. I live in a high rise, and I can see the hotel that my ex-girlfriend, I caught her cheating on me in. I tracked her location on her phone because I had a gut feeling, and somebody told me that there was something going on that I needed to know about, but they didn't tell me what it was, and I was like, okay, I know exactly what that is, and it broke my fucking heart. But I caught them cheating on me, and I tried to live with it. I tried to make it work, and you just can't. It's once you see that and you know that happened, you can't make it work. It's like you just can't. And I knew that I was destined for more, and I knew there was this deep down internal feeling that like I didn't want to live the rest of my life with this on my shoulders, and I didn't deserve to. And so, funny enough, her and her friends actually were calling me a dickhead for dumping her, even though she fucked my best friend twice, and I caught them twice. I was like, okay, I'm the dick, but that's a long story. But this is Sam, and he got cheated on, and then he was like, you know what? He said the same exact things. I just can't live with it, man, and I want to get my 20s back and just do that now. And he said, been a week since my last wins. This is literally 4 weeks into the program. Got 3 more numbers off Hinge. Easy. It doesn't matter if you're on the dating app or in person. Once you apply the stuff that I teach in my program, you will get numbers and dates like crazy. It's probably in the first couple days. One I called randomly in the middle of the day, had a nice combo, ended the call at its peak, and she hasn't stopped hitting me up. The other 2 dates coming here soon. It's like, dude, he's having fun. He's dating quality. And you know what? Like, he's probably going to eventually get married again because he's mastering this stuff and he knows exactly what to do and what to look for and how to treat the relationship to make sure he doesn't wind up in the same exact position. But right now he's having fun. I can't blame the guy. Like, he got cheated on. He wasted basically his entire 20s. Now he's fucking crushing it. This is Bradley in my program as well. Moses is also a coach in our program. He's an absolute weapon. He's a beast. He is also in his dream relationship, and he's been working a little bit with Bradley alongside me. And he said I knocked it out of the park on my date Monday. Before he joined, he couldn't get to the date, and if he did get a date, he said that they would just lose interest, and he had no idea why. We got him in arrows. We fixed that in about 6 days. It's ridiculous. He said I channeled the mindset you mentioned about not talking about myself too much. That's a pro tip. Keep her talking about 80% of the time on the date. I got to give you some credit. That really, really helped. I feel good about. She happened to live in my same building. That's funny, and she has been texting me a ton. Once you know natural attraction, this shit works. Let me move this down for you guys a little bit so you can actually see it. There we go. And just a little bit about me as well. This is me back in 2017. I just got dumped by a really great girl. At least I thought she was a great girl. She was not great for me. But in the moment, I kind of, hindsight 2020, right? I was afraid. I had no idea how to flirt, no idea how to talk to women. My confidence was shattered. I had trauma from my childhood, my parents' divorce, and me living in a shelter for a lot of my childhood. And then 2024 Selna, what happened, right? I wrote my best-selling book right here, Waking the Core of Man. If you guys have not read this book, I literally have a stack behind me because I'm giving them away to the guys in my program, signed, which is fucking cool. But if you have not read this book and you're just started following me, you should definitely get this book and check it out. There's a link in the description below. But now I'm in my dream relationship, as you can see on the wall. Maybe not because the thing's in the way now. But you can see it in this picture at least. I'm a best-selling author, coaching over 100 men in my program now. We just had our 105th member join, active member right now, which is fucking awesome. It's like life completely switched around, and the one thing that I did was that I just made a fucking decision to fix this. I knew something had to change. I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. Right? I knew something had to change. And if you're in the same position, you're ready to change, and you know something has to improve, then there's a call link in the description below. Book in a call with me and my team. Let's get you going in the program and fix this. You can keep on keeping on, right? And keep grinding and keep approaching. But if you never know the principles and you don't understand the exact structure and the blueprint, then the results are going to be completely random, it seems like, all over the place. But if you want a clear structure and a clear path, and you've been through a divorce or a breakup and you're ready to get back into it and attract that quality partner, then book in that call. Don't fucking waste time. Be smart like the other guys in my program and me. Make a decision. Hire that mentor. And let's do this. If you have questions about it, message me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and message me there as well. And you can talk to me, go back and forth. And I'll go back and forth with you, answer questions about the program. If you have any questions, just message me, but just say that you're directly from YouTube, because we get a ton of messages each day, probably about 1 to 200 per day right now, which is fucking awesome. It's a great problem, but we do get a lot of messages, so I want to prioritize the guys on my YouTube. But on that note, I'm Selna Kim, America's Face of Dating. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram as well, and comment down below what you guys want to hear more about, and I will see you guys in the next video.